Welcome back. I'm going to start this with just a quick recap of place value and relate it back to how it relates to addition. So how we move students along. So 8 tens plus 3 tens is 11 tens. I can write that like that. Right? I could have 8 hundreds plus 3 hundreds is 11 hundreds. The size of the piece does not change the relationship between the numbers. 8 and 3 is always 11. Even if I had 8 tenths plus 3 tenths, I would still just get 11 tenths. 11 pieces of size 1/10. So that's just to bring it back to how the size of the piece doesn't change the relationship between the numbers. Right, but the size of the piece, if I'm thinking about using that in everyday life, I do need the size of the unit to be the same, because if I've got a half a kilo of apples, 500 grams of apples, but they cost $3 per kilo, how much am I going to spend? Well, you either have to choose the path of going half a kilo and leaving it, and I might just, let me do that, sorry about that. 500 grams is a half a kilo, or you're going to say that I've got $3 per 1,000 grams. So it depends on which way you go, but you have to have the same sorts of units. So if I went a half a kilo multiplied by $3 per kilo, you can see that I would get $1.50. Right, a half of 3 is 1.5. If I went down this path and I said I've got 500 grams at $3 per 1,000 grams, I would get 1,500 over 1,000, which is again $1.50. So you need the units to be the same to be able to do the division or multiplication to make the question work out properly. This is the basic reason of why we convert units, so that we can do these calculations, so that I can get the same size pieces to be able to even add and subtract, multiply and divide. If I've got, let me just go back, if I've got 8 tens and 3 ones, sorry, right, when I write that out, I still have 8 tens and 3 ones. If I've got 8 hundreds and 3 ones, I've still got 8 hundreds and 3 ones. I can't change that because the units aren't the same. I may like students to think of that as 80 tens and 3 ones. But it's only when these units are the same size that I can start manipulating them mathematically. All right, back in a minute.